The millionaire's world collapsed in a single moment. His daughter, the one person who gave his fortune meaning, suddenly fell unconscious in the lobby of his five-star hotel. Panic froze him as bystanders stared, unwilling or afraid to act. In that split second, when time stretched unbearably long, a black cleaner, someone invisible to most of the wealthy guests, rushed forward. Without hesitation, he carried the girl out the revolving doors and toward a waiting cab, his quick decision a lifeline. What seemed like a desperate act became the start of something that would expose prejudice, challenge pride, and forever change the way the millionaire saw worth, humanity, and the people he had overlooked all his life. The millionaire was a man accustomed to control. He owned towers that clawed at the sky, had staff that anticipated his moods before he spoke, and surrounded himself with professionals who assured him nothing ever went wrong. His fortune wasn't inherited, it was built brick by brick, deal by deal, through relentless ambition. That ambition left little space for vulnerability. His daughter was the exception, a child he adored, the soft point in his armor. Traveling for a business summit, he lodged in a hotel where crystal chandeliers glittered above imported marble, and where he believed money guaranteed safety. Guests whispered his name as he passed. Employees bent rules to meet his whims. He believed, as always, that wealth could prevent crisis, but crisis arrived anyway. His daughter's sudden collapse turned the lobby into a stage of shocked silence. Staff froze, their training tangled by fear of missteps. Guests pulled out phones instead of stepping forward. The millionaire knelt, shouting orders, but his voice cracked with terror. No one moved until the black cleaner, mop in one hand, cleaning cart abandoned, sprinted forward. He saw not a billionaire's daughter, but simply a child in danger. He scooped her up, ignoring stares, ignoring the whispers that his place was to clean, not to lead. He rushed her into the street, flagged down a cab, and pressed for the nearest hospital while the millionaire stumbled after them. In that cab, tension stretched every second. The cleaner pressed cold claws to the girl's skin, whispering steady words shaped by experience, raising his own siblings in hard times. The millionaire sat stunned, powerless, watching a man he had likely passed 100 times without acknowledgement take command of the most fragile moment of his life. When they reached the emergency ward, doctors swept her away, crediting the cleaner's quick action for preventing tragedy. The millionaire's relief crashed into him like a wave. But then came the silence, the realization of who had saved his daughter. Not a doctor in a crisp suit, not one of his paid staff. A man society often dismissed, a man the hotel guests overlooked, a man whose skin color too often meant judgment before respect. The next day, rumors swirled in the hotel. Some staff muttered that the cleaner had broken protocol, put himself above his station. Others said he had acted recklessly, that he should have waited for management. These whispers were nothing new to him. He had grown used to being questioned even when he was right, doubted even when he was skilled. But this time the millionaire listened. He saw the thinly veiled prejudice in their tone. He saw the invisible wall that sought to shrink the man who had just saved his daughter's life. And for the first time, he could not walk past it. When the doctors confirmed his daughter would recover, the millionaire called a press conference. Reporters expected a statement about his business ventures. Instead, he spoke about humanity. He described the moment his world almost collapsed, and the man who stepped in when no one else did. He admitted his own blindness, how often he had overlooked workers who sustained the very empire he lived in. He demanded recognition not as charity, but as justice. The cleaner stood beside him, uncomfortable in the spotlight, but dignified. Cameras captured a truth too often buried, that worth is not measured by wealth, and courage does not come with a title. The hotel scrambled to celebrate the act, but the millionaire pushed further. He funded scholarships in the cleaner's name, but more importantly, he demanded systemic change in how the hotel and his companies treated staff of color. He required training, transparency, and promotion pathways. His voice, once used only for profit, now amplified a truth born from desperation. Inequality corrodes trust, and trust is priceless when lives hang in balance. The cleaner didn't seek fame. He returned to his work, head high, carrying the same quiet strength he always had. But the millionaire never forgot. His empire shifted, not because he gained a new contract, but because he finally understood that real wealth is measured in humanity, not accounts. If a child's cry for help could silence prejudice for even a moment, what would happen if we chose to listen every day, not just in crisis? The next time you pass someone society overlooks, will you walk past, or will you recognize the dignity standing right in front of you?